Wilderness to me is really a state of mind.
The wilderness means untouched nature.
There's no paved roads, there's no welcome signs, there's nothing to tell you which way you're going other than the sun and other than the things that you have around you.
It was challenging both physically and emotionally.
Wilderness is freedom to me.
I came up with the idea for the Everglades Wilderness Writing Expedition on my commute back and forth to work.
So alligators, you're gonna see up here.
I grew up in the city. I was originally from Montreal, and I never really experienced wilderness. When I finally discovered the wilderness, it really changed who I was. I felt this sense of freedom. I connected to things in the natural world and also connected to myself in a way that I did not know beforehand. That experience just changed who I was forever. I wanted to take city kids that were just like me once upon a time, and I wanted to get them out into the wilderness to experience the beauty of it.
I first learned about the Everglades Wilderness Writing Expedition through a flyer in class. In one of my English classes, it was a writing a social action class, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity for me to include my journalism, my activism, and my love for the outdoors. So I thought it was honestly the perfect opportunity for me.
1, 2, 3, woo! Hold that.
The Everglades Wilderness Writing Expedition is a 6-week program that took 10 local writing students from our community out into the wilderness for a multifaceted exploration.
I've always loved being outdoors. I always go to the beach and I always spend time hiking, and I love being outdoors. And anybody who knows me knows how much time I spend outdoors, and especially on social media, how many pictures I post of being outdoors, but I had never camped anywhere. I had never even camped in my own backyard. So the first time that we really got into it was the sluice log.
You're good. You can follow the trail, but it's going to be a little more squishy.
I myself had never really been into this side of the Everglades, into the actual park of the Everglades, so I had no idea what to expect. We walked out into this really tall sawgrass. We were walking through knee-high water. The grass was cutting me on my arms. You know, there was mosquitoes everywhere and spiders, and it really was otherworldly, and it was definitely something that none of us were really used to.
This is so exciting! Yeah, we'll never have such experience. I've never done this before, ever in my life.
We hiked through the sawgrass into a cypress dome where there was water up to our knees, and in some areas even deeper than that. There was an alligator hole in the center of it. It was really walking out into the wilderness, and I don't think I had ever been out into the wilderness in my whole life up until that moment.
The demands wilderness makes upon us.
So Ranger Ryan told us about how it was really important when we get out there to focus on our senses. Listen to what's around you, feel what you have never felt before, see things that you have never seen before, and really immerse yourself in all your senses.
We gave students a lot of writing assignments so that they could become connected with the wilderness and start improving their writing skills. We allowed them to have time alone, time to think, time to experience the park, and write all those thoughts down through that process.
So it was really nice to write out there, to be able to write in nature, in the wilderness, in a situation where we had never been before, and then write about the things that we were feeling and the things that we were sensing, and what was going on inside of us about what was going around us. We did an overnight trip to Hell's Bay, which was a 4-hour canoe paddle through thick mangroves, giant deer flies, lots of mosquitoes. It was grueling, it was hard. We got there just in the nick of time. The sun had already set. We could barely see the last pole sticking out of the water, the last mile marker to show us where we were going. And if we would have gotten there even 10 minutes later, it may have been a completely different story.
They were doing things that they had never done before. They were being pushed beyond their normal boundaries. They were testing new skills. They were really becoming new people altogether.
All right, here we go.
It was after the canoe trip that I really started to think about that maybe nature wasn't just something that I enjoyed in my recreational time, but something that I wanted to pursue for the rest of my life professionally.
Brian was one of the students in this trip that really had a deep connection with the experience. It really changed who he was, and he came to me looking for an additional opportunity, something that would lead to the next step beyond this program. Luck would have it, I had an internship available.
The Everglades Wilderness Writing Expedition changed my life. I found out what I wanted to do with my life, and I did it, and I changed my major. I became an environmental major. I came out here, I got the internship, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world. Anybody want to guess what this is, alligator or crocodile?
I didn't really expect any of the students to want to become a park ranger or pursue a career here at the Everglades. But that's just how it happens when you're out in the wilderness. You start connecting with things and you realize it's become a part of you and you want it to be a part of you forever.